You probably remember when there was this message that came out to people in Hawaii that there was a ballistic missile on its way in, leaving everybody to panic. What would that have been like? Well, welcome to Kelowna Now. I'm with Brianne McKenzie, one of our co-workers here. She was in Hawaii when that all went down. Wow. Start in the beginning. So I take it it's the morning.
It's the morning, yeah.
And suddenly your phone starts making a noise.
Yeah, so I didn't realize originally that the iPhones even had this feature, or all phones, I'm not sure. But essentially, I get awoken by this huge screeching alarm sound on my phone. I'm a little disoriented. It's a little bit after 8 in the morning. And I can hear it like amplified. I think it came through my whole family's phones. And then I look over and it's ballistic missile threat. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. And I was like, So to make the noise stop on my cell phone, you have to slide it over, put your passcode in. And then, because I was looking for more information, I thought once I slid over an alert, a report would come up. No, and then it just turns off, and there's no other information about it. So then you're kind of left being like, okay, sure, yeah, seek immediate shelter. I'm on the 9th floor of a resort. Where's immediate shelter? So definitely a little bit of a panic.
Yeah, I think so many of us thought when we heard about this, what would I do if I really was convinced that there's a decent chance that the end is about to come?
Yeah.
Did those sorts of thoughts go through your mind? How will I spend my last moments?
Yeah. Well, at first it took me a minute to realize. I was like, oh, is this a joke? This seems kind of odd. I'm only in, my bedroom, so I'm not sure if everyone else has got this or if I got an iPhone spam or something. And then I can hear the alarms going off on all the other cell phones, and I kind of poke my head out, and the rest of my family's doing the same thing. Like, did you see this? What? Kind of confusion. So
what's going on inside? Like, are you?
I'm pretty cynical. So at first I was like, okay, this has to be a joke. And then after I was like, okay, maybe it's not a joke. I was like, all right, maybe it'll hit a different island. Maybe it'll hit Maui. Maybe it'll hit the ocean. I'm not sure how well a ballistic missile can be aimed. So I originally was like, maybe this is fake. So I started looking on social media at first, and I didn't really see anything about it. And I was like, okay. My dad's a pretty investigative guy, so he decided he was going to go down to the hotel lobby to see what was going on. Typical dad.
Yeah.
So off he goes down. He goes down there, and every single employee is gone from the hotel. And I think that's when he started to have his panic moment. Was, oh my gosh, well, they've all gone. They've all taken cover. So maybe this is serious. And he said there were a lot of other people in the hotel lobby who were starting to get pretty frantic and
Right.
chaotic and crying and unsure about what to do.
So you're there with your dad and your mom and your brother and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Were any of the people in this group starting to panic?
My mom, a little, yeah. I panic in different ways. I kind of, do my own little humor thing. She was panicking, I think, enough for everybody there.
She had the panic kind of covered for the group?
Yeah, she had that covered.
What did that look like? Your mom's panicking. What's she doing? What's she saying?
Just go, should I text, should I text grandma? Should I let people know? And I was kind of like, hold on. I think we'll be okay. And I started doing some social media digging, and slowly, I think about 15 minutes after that came out, there were things coming out on Twitter from government officials. This is fake. This is fake.
So how long was
false alarm?
Between the time when you first got that message, how much time passed before you started to hear something suggest that the end wasn't necessarily near?
About 15 minutes, and that was from me digging. That was from me looking hard for it. Nothing came through on my cell phone until about 40 minutes later. Did it come through and actually say, false alarm on the emergency alert on the iPhone. Right. And then our hotel kind of came up, and our hotel was on lockdown, so then something came through the loudspeaker just being like, okay, you guys can resume as normal, have a great day.
Okay, talk about your mom panicking, but on the inside, was there a time during that 15 minutes when you really were thinking, okay, this might be how it all ends?
Yeah, a little bit. It's one of those things, too, that, when it's telling you to take shelter and you're on the 9th floor of a resort, there's not a ton of places to go. There's reports of people hiding in their bathtubs or under their beds, where realistically, if it's your time and you're on that 9th floor, your bathtub's not going to save you. You're underneath the resort bed's not going to save you. And I guess all the employees were probably in the basement aspects, but my thought as well is if something does hit, the concrete just comes down.
Was there
and
no
covers said
was there no
basement.
discussion about what you should do as a group? Should you head to the basement? I mean, did you guys come up with a
No,
plan?
we did not have a plan. We were not very planned out people. Looking back, once it was all called off, we looked up back and we're like, you know what? Probably should have had more of a plan than we did. So thankfully it was just a drill because
really,
we did not spend our last...
it proved that in a time of crisis, you're not a cohesive, organized unit.
No, not at all.
A little bit all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, you hear reports after that locals there as well who were driving and heard this on the radio were stopping and pulling over and lifting up manhole covers and
I know
putting their family members down in there, and which is crazy to think about. But there's even the reports that came out after that if a missile was coming towards you, you'd only have about 12 or 15 minutes. So
right.
yeah.
You sometimes hear about people who have near-death experiences that they sort of come out of that and have a whole new appreciation for their lives. Was there any positive benefit like that?
I would love to say I turned over a new leaf. I'm still pretty cynical about those things, so not quite yet. But the bonus that came for me is my flight got canceled in that time, so I got an extra day.
An extra day?
In Hawaii. So that was the positive impact. I got one more day on the sunny beach, and kind of come the afternoon, everyone seemed to have resurfaced and was out and about, and you heard a little bit of talking by the pool and at the beach, but everyone kind of just carried on like normal.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Are you looking back now? Are you at all angry that somebody would just push the wrong button? Or I think maybe a couple of people had to push
the wrong button. System, I think, a bit of a wake-up call for them as well. System's a little bit broken over there. They need to readjust, I think, processes. Absolutely. So, when someone's just, a couple people are clocking out and shifting shifts, that they maybe, move the buttons further away from what they're doing. And,
and who knew that our smartphones even had this capability?
Yeah. And I mean, it's obviously whether you turn your current location on or not. I didn't have any data or anything turned up on my phone. I was full on vacation mode. I have a 778 area code, and still it figures out that you're there and it sends it through.
So hang on, you were on like airplane mode?
Yeah, I did have my cellular data turned off. I was only hooked up through Wi-Fi.
Through Wi-Fi,
yeah.
And it came right to your phone.
And it came right to my phone.
Yeah. Did I hear that it was iPhones and not other?
That I'm not sure about. I know we're an iPhone family, so we all had.
You
iPhones.
all had the warning.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if Samsung or Androids got the same message, or if that's just a perk of being an iPhone user. You get a few more minutes of panic than everyone else. I'm not sure.
And hey, at least you wound up with a great story to tell.
Great story, extra day in Hawaii, and it's easier to kind of text the boss when you're. It's not, I want to spend an extra day in Hawaii. You're like, so, interesting story.
Yeah.
Ballistic missile canceled my flight.
I sure enjoyed it, and thanks for sharing it with us
Thanks
on
for
KelownaNow.com.